I'm Joseph Mancuso for the Union County Panthers, and this is Blitz.
Joining us now on Blitz is first-year head coach, brand new, out of the box over at Union County, Robby Roxbury. Coach, I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
I know you got to be pretty excited being able to take over the program. Talk about, what led you to being able to step in as the new head coach for the Panthers.
Well, I've worked with a lot of these younger guys in some lower capacity, starting with travel ball, and kind of followed some of the freshmen and even a couple of these sophomores through, even in middle school as well. And then when Coach Bradburn decided to resign last year, I kind of thought long and hard and prayed hard over it, and I got the decision, and the answer that I guess I was looking for, and just kind of went with it. So.
Well, that's good. You already have that relatability with the players, which is a huge step, for most coaches coming in to take over a program. But early on, do you see any hurdles that either right now you're trying to overcome or that you already have had to in taking over a program like this?
Yes, right now, and it's the biggest thing that's out of my control, and the most adversity we've faced so far is the weather, and everybody in North Georgia has to experience it with spring sports. So, but we were fortunate enough to play last Friday against White County, and had a nice day. But since then, it's been raining and or snowy or really cold, and that's one of the things that's kind of frustrating. We've not been able to be out on the field to even practice. We've had to work indoors, and at least we can get some things done. But I was also fortunate to get the basketball players back, and they came Monday. So I know we're excited about that, but it's in the same sense it's frustrating because they want to get out on the field and they want to hit, and they want to work on individual technique and fundamentals, and we're just not able to do it.
Yeah.
But we're fortunate in the fact that, and very blessed that we have an indoor facility to hit with, and we have a gym to be able to go to be able to work. So no complaints there, but it's just you can only do so much inside work, and it kind of gets monotonous and a little bit tough. So
sure, definitely. We got brighter days ahead though, for sure. Talk about. I know you got to know you're extremely blessed. I know you are with having Joe Mancuso be your ace pitcher. He was our Player of the Year last year. Richmond football commit, so he's a gamer. He's very competitive. What's that like being able to have him as your go-to guy on the mound this year?
I think it's going to be awesome. Like you said, he's a competitor, and I know him for football. I coach him. He actually. I coached the defensive backs in football, and so he came over and crossed over from quarterback to that in some third and long situations. So I know what he's able to do, and he's a heck of an athlete. And I know as far as being on the mound, he's going to be dominant and to be able to get out there and get the job done. So I'm really excited about that.
The big question this year is going to be: do you feel like this team has the pieces within the lineup, top to bottom? Offensively, what are you expecting out of the Panthers this year?
Offensively, I think we've got some really good bats in there. It's really early to tell. I think we've got a good mixture. We kind of we mix them up, and since the summer when we kind of worked a little bit, we've called them deer and buffalo. So our buffalo guys have got that big strong bat, and our deer guys are speedier guys. Mm-hmm. And I think the lineup's going to have a good mixture of that. We've got several sophomores that are going to have to fill a role, so there's a question there. There's an unknown there, but there's tremendous athletes in that class that I think our upside is really good. And then with that leadership between the seniors, Lance Rich and Joe's got a big bat in that. Dawson Groves is a junior, and I think he's going to have a big, powerful bat for us. And then even R.J. Banton, who's a sophomore, he's a big, strong kid, and I think he's going to perform well for us. So,
yeah. Now this team's very well established at this point, and coming off a great year last year in which they went 16-6 and co-region champions. Do you feel like this team has the potential to once again compete for that region title?
I think we do. I think it's going to be tough. I think Social Circle, I think they're going to be tough to beat. I know the game last year with us was I think a 1-run differential in that. And I don't know that they lost anybody. I think Raven County is always a tough opponent. And we always have some good matches with them, good games with them. Riverside, you never know what you're going to get, and I think they're going to be really good. So, and not to leave anybody else out, Oglethorpe has been dominant in the past. So, baseball is a funny sport; is anybody can beat anybody on any given day. So, I think we do. I've talked with the players and told them, we've got a target on our back, just like Raven does, of being that co-region champion. So we're not going to surprise anybody this year, but we got to make sure that complacency doesn't set in and that we're working. And, Coach Bradburn did a good job of getting that standard set, and we want to maintain that or even keep growing from that. So I think they're buying in, and we should be in good shape,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Definitely a tough region to be in. And as you said, the precedent, the bar has already been set. Twice in the last 3 years, this is a Sweet 16 team. What does it take to maintain a program the way that this team has 3 times in a row going to the state playoffs?
Well, I think it's the players we've got. They've played a lot of higher level baseball, not just with high school, but I think these guys have been, there's several of them that have played, at East Cobb and some of these other places and played some travel ball. So I think that level has gotten them to that point. I think just trying not to be complacent and keep driving and keep it fresh. And I think these kids have bought into, what we want to do. And I know they did with Coach Bradburn. So we're not trying to sway the ship one way or another. We're trying to keep it as straight as possible and maybe just add to it and, keep building from there.
Well, Coach, thank you again so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing, like you said, just seeing this team maintain the progress they've had and, like you said, add to it this year. Hopefully another deep run in the state playoffs.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.